is researchers and producers, particularly producers, are why you're here. And a lot of times I think it gets forgotten on some of the work that you do as researchers. It only has really one important factor, and Brett has alluded to that. It's that economic factor. As I watch from being a former producer and getting into the field of kind of watching the academic side, the one thing that always surprised me is the reluctance of you as researchers to come out to our house, to come out to our farm, to use our animals, to use our facilities, to make your mistakes on our property. And if you already talk to the producers, you will find that most of the time you are very welcome. Now, I understand that one particular term we all are afraid of, I'm from the government, I'm here to help you. And this can also be the case when you say I'm from the university and I'm here to help you. But keep in mind, I think a lot of times you overlook the fact that these farmers are out there, they're struggling very, very hard, but they're not making a lot of money. And if you can come out and you can help them increase their profitability by 5%, 10% on some of your activities, they're more than likely to set aside 5 acres of ground. They're more than likely to set aside 10 head of cattle that you can experiment with and do your research there. Because in all honesty, as Brett mentioned, let the university make the mistakes for you as a producer. We can tell you not only what's profitable, but hopefully our research will also tell you what not to do. So I think the biggest thing to keep in mind as we look at these research stations is to remember that the producer is really why we're here. Because if we can meet his goals, as we have seen, I mean, in the last 2 or 3 years, we've put together a package that has well over 100 comments from our producers of things that they would like to see done. And as I have been sitting in on one of the groups that are getting a new department head, some of those people that are candidates for this position have brought up the subject on unafraid to go out to that producer. These are people probably in their mid-40s that have been in academic world for a long time, very, very intelligent, knowledgeable people. They look at us and they say, I'm afraid to go out to that producer. The producer that's sitting there at the table beside him says, why? Well, he says, you've got this 1,000 acres. You're making this money. You're driving these big tractors around. You've got all of this fancy stuff going on, and you don't need me. And he says, yeah, but he said, I do need to make money. And so come out and help me on that. So I think, again, I just want to accentuate, we've referred to it an awful lot. We talked about it. It's in the bulletin. It's in your pamphlets. But keep in mind the whole intent of what we are trying to do as these groups of focus, advisory, whatever you want to call us, we're trying to bring the producer and the researcher together on grounds that we can not only give the researcher a project that is meaningful, but also make money for the producer. So the bottom line is what's going to be best for everybody. And again, with the brilliant place we have here in Sheridan, I will put a tip in for Cole Empey out of the Area Economic Department. He's living and working on the land. Seminar will be here early in September. The first couple of days are after about the second, third, somewhere third or fourth in there somewhere. Living and working on the land will be in Sheridan. He'll have a 2-day conference up here, and part of that's going to be, as Glenn mentioned, using the lovely facilities for some canning lessons, and also going down to the Meadow Mountain, the wool in Buffalo. So there'll be a lot of things. If you're familiar with what Cole does on living and working the land, keep that open right there that week right after Labor Day.